Hello folks, hope you're doing well. So, okay. I've done videos again. I've mentioned the River Church. I've mentioned what the people in that church believe. Okay. Well, the reality is that of course I can say what they believe because I have actually spoken to the ministers in the church about what they believe. And since I've spoken to ministers, I've met people from that church and they have backed up that by saying that the way the church teaches it is that God is like an egg. That God is the shell, the white and the yellow. So the shell is basically the Father, the white is the Son, the yellow is the Spirit, or yeah, the other way, doesn't really matter. But basically saying that God is like an egg. There's one egg, but 3 parts. Okay? That's what they're saying. Basically, one person, but 3 parts to that person. Yeah? Okay, but actually, that's when it's impossible. If it's the other way, one God, but 3 people, you know, so basically, God is a job. Right? If God is a job, if it's a title of a job, then you've got Father, Son and the Holy Spirit each together doing that job. Okay? Okay? Now that makes more sense to say that God is, you know, like an egg, because you've got the differences between Father, Son and Holy Spirit, but they're 3 individuals, but together they are God. Now exactly how we are supposed to understand that, because if we understand it according to our worldly understanding, then yeah. But this video is not about that. This video is about the fact that I can talk about that church. I can talk about the people from that church because I've met the people. I've spoken to the people about this. Yeah, the assistant pastor, I've spoken to him, and he told me what the people in the church think, the leaders think about that. So therefore, okay, unless he was lying, that's what they think. Okay. So, okay. Obviously, if they're wrong, then it's a devil who told them. It has to be, because it can't be God, because God won't lie. The devil will lie. So, if what they heard is wrong, then it must be the devil telling them that, not God. Okay. But it can't be God, so it must be the devil, because God doesn't lie. So if what they heard is untrue, then it can't be from God. Okay. If what they heard is from the devil, it means that they're being led by what? The devil. Because if what they heard was from the devil and they took that and believed it and started teaching it, then they're being led by the devil, not by God. Because what you should do of all things is, you hear something, before you actually bring it in to your understanding, you should go to God and say, is this you saying this? But as I say, if you're a church and you do things in a certain way, you make everything about Yeshua, right? You don't believe in going through Yeshua to the Father. You don't believe in any of that. You don't really believe in fruit. So you don't believe that he is the vine and the Father is the vine dresser. You don't believe that, no. Because that's what Yeshua said, but you say no to that. That can't be true. Because the Father and the Son are the same person. So why should we care about fruit? Because that can't be true. So we can leave that alone. Okay. Well, okay. There's probably different reasons why they don't talk about fruit, but How do we know? Because they won't tell us. Because they don't talk about fruit. Yeah, they should, because it's in the Bible, so they should talk about fruit, but they won't. Yeah. All in all, believing, as soon as they hear that God is only one person with 3 different jobs, basically, they believe it, because then if they're making everything about one of them, then obviously if God is only one, then they're right to do that, aren't they? Of course. So therefore it justifies the whole way they've been doing things, making it all about one, ignoring the Holy Spirit, ignoring the Father. Yeah, making it all about Jesus. Okay. Something to me, I was astounded that at the end of their worship conference, go back and look, it would have been about October last year or the year before. Probably October, no, year before last, I guess. Yeah, year before last. They had their worship conference and they had songs like It's All About You, Jesus. And I'm astounded. Absolutely astounded. And because the pastor said to me before, instead of actually just making videos about what the church says, I should talk to people in the church about what they're doing first, I asked the person who was next to me, the person I talked about before, who was talking complete rubbish when he was basically the person who was, the minister on one of the Sunday days, because the pastor was away, and he said, oh, this person is an elder, so therefore he can speak, he can lead. Really? No chance at all. So I asked him, why are they using these songs? Yeah, it's all about you, we only trust you. Songs like that. We only trust you, Jesus. Excuse me, you don't trust the Father, you don't trust the Spirit. And he said, oh, all you want to do is make problems. That's what the person said. I said, excuse me, I asked you a question. Why are they using these songs when it's a worship conference? Because worshipping God is about the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. And if you're saying it's only the Son, excuse me, how? As I say, I was absolutely astounded that they would choose those songs. But this is the point. If it's a devil choosing, well, of course, what the devil wants is for the church to be focused all on Jesus. As I said, especially when Jesus made it all about Father. So when the church is making it all about the Son, no surprise at all. If they're being led by the devil and not by God, no surprise at all. So there you go. I will leave you now. God bless. Have a great week. Bye bye.